Randy, I said before the break that this is a music that can sound really complicated with all the layers and the harmonies and the great instrumentation. But when you break it down, you can break it down to a few core elements and chord progressions.
Well, it's really true. I mean, bluegrass music, like any roots music, it's a folk music. It tends to be a little bit more upbeat, up speed, even though you listen to the words, they sometimes are downbeat. It's essentially a three-chord tradition in its most basic. For those of you who do play, we're looking usually at a G chord, a C chord, and a D chord, and any number of permutations thereof. And over the years, people have layered more on it and got a little more complex, but when you really strip it back down, this is a very accessible folk music.
So here's what we're going to do. Katie Daly, tell me if this is a good idea. What I'm getting ready to do is to ask Frank and Dirty Kitchen to deconstruct a bluegrass song, if you will. We're going to ask them to play something slow, and then we're going to ask them to play it fast. Good idea?
Well, it is a good idea, and it will give encouragement to those people out there who are trying to learn, and they are doing workshops at the DC Festival, and so Frank can show them when they come out on Saturday, but they'll hear the chord changes and stuff. Frank will walk them through their paces.
Frank Sullivan, let's go.
I was thinking about deconstructing a song and just giving an example of the rhythm. First off, we do a lot of music in the schools, and we have elementary school kids, and we start off by having the bass play the line. Would you mind playing the line for a second? Then the guitar comes in, then the mandolin, then the banjo. Alright, then we can take one away. And you really hear it when it disappears, you know. Let's do the Old Hometown, kind of a simple three-chord bluegrass number here. Well, tonight my heart is lonely for the folks back home, where I left my mother and daddy all alone. There's been a lot of changes there since I've been around. I'd like to wander back to the old hometown. You'll never miss the home folks until you've gone away, and then you'll need a friend to help you every day. She won't be around. I'd like to wander back to the old hometown.
Okay, now can you slow it down a little bit and explain to us why it's simple, at least for you?
Well, I don't think it's simple at all. A lot of people say, oh, bluegrass is so easy to play, but you get somebody in there that doesn't play bluegrass to try and play it. It doesn't sound like bluegrass,
Thank you.
With bluegrass, there's definitely a lot of emphasis on the downbeat and the offbeat with the bass and the mandolin and the guitar as well, and everything kind of fills in, and the guitar and the banjo work together on certain licks, like a G run. Would you mind showing us an example of the G run? There it is. There's only three chords. That's the one chord. Night my heart is lonely, then it switches to the next chord. For the folks back home, back where I left my mother, daddy all alone. The next chord there. That's about it. It's that easy.
Frank Sullivan and Dirty Kitchen, lessons in bluegrass music. Dudley.